G'day guys, and welcome back to another Bless Unleashed video. Today we're going to talk about mounts, specifically all the rare mounts. Now, Fievel, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Ninja and Queen of Taming are to thank for this guide. Now, these guys work tirelessly and endlessly to bring us all this information that you're going to see in this video to make your lives easier for obtaining these elusive rare mounts that you end up banging your head against the wall. I know I did. So once again, thank you very much for all this information that I'm about to share with you guys. None of this information comes from myself directly. These three are directly to thank for this. So I just want to make that very clear. I'll have the links in the description below. So if you want to check out and read through the text and refer to the pictures on their websites, you absolutely can. Alright guys, so I only have one rare mount. Mine's the Panda. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best rare mounts. Crimson Pillager to be the other. Almost any animal on the map can be tamed as a mount. Yeah, sure, there are limitations and variances to this, but there are only 6 rare mounts that exist in the open plains. Now, the rare mounts have a spawn of 5, and they do periodically appear in these spots per channel during a specific period of time. Now, the only issue with waiting there or farming, I don't think there's really anything about farming these mounts, but some will disagree. Farming these mounts, you can potentially just sit there every interval. Unlike the other mounts, there's only 6 rare tames. They appear all throughout the world periodically. Periodically, I mean that once they get captured, you have to wait for a specific window of time before they appear again. Now, it is critical to know when they were last captured or killed. If you were like me and decided to kill the Moonwind Lioness the very first time that you saw her, you need to know that window so you can make sure that you're there beforehand, before any other people. Now, because these mounts are elusive, it is likely that you'd encounter someone trying to PvP or trying to be a douchebag and kill it before you actually can obtain the tame. So if multiple people are competing against this particular tame while you're trying to put your traps down in order to capture it, some people will just go, well, if I can't get it, you're not. So be prepared for that as well. As far as the times go, I'm just going to read it because unlike these three that are masters in their craft, I'm just going to reference the hours for these tames. Now, from what they're saying is Giant Panda 6 hours, Moonwind Lioness 6 hours, the Golden Wave Audia 12 hours, Razor Tusk 12 hours, Crimson Pillager 24 hours, that's the one I really want, and the Ghost Stag 24 hours, another elusive one that looks awesome in game, and you'll see pictures in a second. As clearly mentioned, maintenance does set the stage for mount capturing. So what that means is every time they do maintenance in the game, when the servers do come up, the mounts will be available for capture again. The exception to this rule is if maintenance does tick over longer than the period, you'll have to wait the 6, 12, 24 hours for the mounts to spawn again. Now, don't worry, they'll periodically keep spawning after this period, but it just so happens that if maintenance does run over instead, you might get stung by this. If you're one of these people that really want to farm these mounts, it is prudent that you write down the time which you have done so you can make sure and you hold that time in your pocket more or less to know that this mount will spawn in 6, 12, 24 hours from now. So if you want to, you can farm it. If you don't have that time window, it's basically shooting in the dark, which we described earlier. The map that you see below is confirmation of 28 points in the open world where these tames appear. So at the period where the reset occurs and the mounts respawn, each mount will appear in one of the possible 5 locations which are indicated below in the photos. Now, this will happen on channel 1, 2, 3 for Luminaz and Telios, but Fistera has 4 channels, so you'll get that extra tame if you're on the main server. Now, the maps you'll see coming up is basically the game perspective from your character on the left portrait, and on the right you've got the map, the actual physical location. So if you were looking at the map, that's the marker where the mob spawns. So quite helpful. I'll drop as many as I can into this video, but as I mentioned, if you want to step by step go slow or jump to whatever you'd want, the links are in the description below for you to do so. Let's say you found the rare mount in the open world. You want to ensure that you have a rare trap to secure that mount. So you need to place a trap and then kind of kite the mob into the trap. This will pop a QTE, also known as a quick time event. If multiple people are here, it isn't unlikely for people to try and kill it before you have the chance to tame it. Yes, this is a douchebag move, and yes, you can still get PvP'd while doing so. It is just the nature of the game, unfortunately, due to the rare status, and that the mounts are still worth a considerable amount of starseeds on the marketplace. Supposing everything goes alright and the mob runs into the trap, you'll have 10 seconds to do a really crazy button smash on your controller, pressing all different colored keys in quick succession to make sure you capture the mount. Now, let's say you capture the mount, the card will go to your estate. It will either be a mount card or it will just turn into materials. Often for me, it's turned into, materials instead of the mount. So I kind of gave up. Now, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. And these three are to thank for this. So if you see them in game in Discord, shout out, drop a DM, say thank you very much. I know it helped me and I know it helped a lot of others. Like I said, there are many images these guys have done located in the gallery. Again, links in the description below. They also decided not to hide this information. They decided to make this information public. Now, it doesn't really exist anywhere at all. So kudos to these guys to actually helping the community and not holding the information and profiteering. I know a lot of people have done that. So this is really helpful. They spent a considerable amount of time doing this. So once again, a massive thank you to you three. Fantastic job.